guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am back with another Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 9 review. This review is for Episode 8, so if you did not watch my reviews for Episodes 1 through 7, please go check those out, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. And let's just dive right into this review because so much happened in this episode. Cheyenne decided to bring Scrap DeLeon with her to meet up with both Shooter and Kiami because she wanted clarity on the whole situation. She was visibly upset and hurt when she saw Shooter walk into Jock's event hand in hand, dressed in matching outfits with Kiami, and so she decided to set up this little meetup. Now, it got ugly really quickly. Her and Kiami were going back and forth with each other. Kiami seemed calm throughout the situation, although she seemed visibly bothered when, Cheyenne revealed that she was around Shooter's children before because, I feel like Kiami thought that she was the special one out of all the other women that Shooter is messing with because she's the one who's in the open relationship with him. And so she didn't think that he was doing any of that special type of shit like introducing a woman to his children who he's not in the open relationship with. She considers all the other women, including Cheyenne, as side bitches, and she calls herself his main one, which I don't understand why she would even want to be in an open relationship. There shouldn't be no side or no main. It should just be me and you in a relationship together and nobody else is allowed in. But to each their own. If they want to do an open relationship, that's on them. But clearly it's not going very well. And so her and Cheyenne start arguing back and forth with each other. At one point, Kiami ended up hopping into the car, trying to rush Shooter so that they can leave because she said that it was wasting her time. But Shooter ended up staying outside of the car for a little bit, having a conversation with Cheyenne, where he told Cheyenne that she was replaced by Kiami because she went 5 months without even speaking to him when they've been messing with each other for 2 years. So Kiami ends up hopping out of the car and the two of them get ready to fight. They're being held back by all types of security, and it just got messy really quickly to the point where Shooter jumped in the car along with Kiami and the two of them ended up driving off. Cheyenne and Scrap DeLeon were kind of going back and forth after Shooter and Kiami left because he was not trying to shut the door to the car because he knew that Cheyenne was just going to jump in the car and follow behind Shooter and Kiami, and he didn't want that to happen, okay? He was basically telling Cheyenne that she needs to let the situation go, that, basically Shooter was honest with her, letting her know that he is in an open relationship with Kiami and that, she was replaced by Kiami. He feels like there's no more clarity that she needs out of the situation and that she should just let Shooter and the whole situation go, which I agree with him. I think she should just let it go, to be honest with you. Why would you want to be in that messy situation and in that messy love triangle anyway? I feel like Shooter is a messy person, and I don't understand why anybody would want to be with a guy who has that much baggage in his life. And so I feel like Scrap was giving Cheyenne really good advice, and hopefully she ends up taking the advice. She said that she was done with Shooter, but if she ever sees Kiami out anywhere, that she's gonna fight her, which I don't even think it's worth doing that at this point, because what's the point of fighting over some guy who's not even worth it? So I think she should literally just let the whole situation go. So all the ladies are packing up to leave this ski trip, and what a roller coaster ride this ski trip was, from Ciara thinking that she was pregnant by BK and having a mental breakdown over it, to Bambi finding out that she's actually the one who's pregnant, to Spice and Shekinah getting into it, Carly and Ciara getting into it. It was just a whole mess of a situation, but they all ended up making up at some point during the trip. So I guess the trip was a success because Shekinah and Spice ended up making up, Ciara and Carly ended up making up, and everything seemed to go well at the end of the trip. So overall, it was a pretty good trip. Now, Bambi decided to take a car home by herself because she did not want to be on the bus for that long-ass drive pregnant with all those ladies who were bickering with each other before, because she had gotten really overwhelmed at one point during the trip because all the ladies would not stop arguing. So I understand why she left by herself. Now, Ciara is excited to go home so that she can dump BK because she found out from her friend Tiffany while she was on the ski trip that BK was entertaining a lot of other women out at the bar, and so she's ready to kick him out of her house completely because he has a key to her home. So Kirk and Rasheeda finally bailed Kirk's son out of jail, and he was so excited to get out of there, which I do not blame him. He said that he was tired of lying to his children about where he was because he did not want to let his children know that he was in jail, because he didn't know how that would affect his children. So I can understand why he was lying to them about where he was. But Kirk and Rasheeda let him know that he needs to make a lot of changes in his life and not get himself into any more trouble, because they don't want to see him get hurt, and they don't want to see, his children be without their dad, because he's going to end up getting himself into something that he can't get himself out of. And so I hope he does end up taking Kirk and Rasheeda's advice. Even though he's a grown man, you're never too old to take some type of advice from your parents. So hopefully he does it. So Bambi can no longer hide the fact that she's pregnant from Scrappie, and so she decides to take him and the kids to this place. I don't know what type of place this was. It was like some medieval type of place. It was kind of weird, but it looked like it was a lot of fun too. And they ended up announcing to Scrappie that Bambi was pregnant, and he was actually really excited about it. She thought from the beginning that he wasn't going to be happy about her being pregnant because they just had their son, and so she thought that maybe it was too soon for them to have another baby. But he was actually really excited about it, and so I'm happy for the two of them. I found out, I think, a couple of weeks ago that she was having a baby girl, so I'm excited for the two of them, and I wish them all the best. So Ciara has her friend Tiffany over her house, the one who told her that while Ciara was away on vacation, that she saw some girl rubbing all over BK's beard at the club, and she has her over her house so that they could plan her daughter's birthday party, because she really wants to plan a big event for her daughter since everything her daughter's been going through. And so she basically says that she told BK to give her keys back to her apartment because she doesn't want him anymore. She said that she's tired of him cheating and lying, and she said that he has a long history of lying and cheating, and so she just really doesn't want to deal with it anymore. She wants to focus on her family and focus on her career. And he ends up showing up while Tiffany is there and they're preparing for this party. And so when he shows up, she gets pissed off and tells him to give her key. She basically tried to say that he broke in, even though he really didn't break in because she gave him the key. But he was making all types of excuses, saying that he can entertain any woman that he wants to entertain. He was saying that he can talk to whoever he wants to talk to, and basically making all types of excuses for his behavior. And so she tells him to get out, and she also tells him that he's not invited to her daughter's birthday party. I think that she should stay clear of relationships for a while and just focus on herself, because clearly she's not in the best place in her life right now. And I just think that who wants all that drama? So she kicked him out, got her key back, and now I think that she should just, focus on her career and her children. So Kendra has this spa day for her and some of her friends and family to get pampered so that they can start the celebration for her bachelorette. And she has her mom there. She has Jock's mom there. She has Rasheeda, Bambi, Mimi, Ciara, Carly, Spice, and Shekinah all there to support her. And she admits that she's been a bridezilla throughout this wedding planning situation, and that even though her and Jock have hit a rough patch in their relationship, they are still going through with their destination wedding. Now, I thought it was funny because at one point in this scene, they showed Jock's mom whisper to Kendra's mom that she couldn't stand Carly, which I thought that was funny that they even decided to show that. Now, I don't even understand why Carly is even there, because she used to mess with and date Jock. To me, it's odd that Kendra would invite her to any event that has to do with her and Jock's wedding. I personally would not be able to do it, but to each their own. I know it's probably just for show purposes, because I don't know anybody who would do that in real life. But to me, I thought it was odd that she was even there. So they all end up showing up to this drag show to celebrate Kendra's bachelorette, and her mom looked like she was not having a good time. Everybody else was having fun, dancing with the drag queens, enjoying the drag queens dancing to Jock's music, but she wasn't enjoying herself because she doesn't drink or party, okay? So she wasn't really in her environment, and you could tell that she wasn't really enjoying herself, but that she was there to support her daughter. Now, at one point during this scene, Carly, Spice, and Shekinah were having a conversation about Jock and Kendra's relationship. And Carly came out of her mouth and said that she doesn't feel like Jock has changed, that she knows that he's been a liar, a cheater, and he has a wandering eye, and she doesn't feel like he's changed even though he's deciding to marry Kendra. Now, that's why I don't believe that Carly should be there, because whether he changed or not, that's not up for Carly to determine, and that's not up for her to really speak about, and that's why I don't understand why she was even invited to anything that has to do with, Jock and Kendra's marriage because she used to date him. So I just don't feel like, even if she is giving good advice and even if she is genuinely concerned about Kendra in the relationship with Jock, I just don't feel like it's her place because she's his ex to really say anything about that, and especially not at her Bachelorette celebration. So Scrappie and Bambi ended up inviting both of their mothers to their house so that they could clear the air because the two of them have been going back and forth for quite some time. And the last time they were together for dinner, it was really ugly and Momma Dee ended up pulling out an obituary, okay? So Momma Dee comes to the house and she lets them know that she felt some type of way about having to find out that Bambi was pregnant via social media rather than Scrappie and Bambi calling her and letting her know themselves. And then she started going at Bambi's mom, Cece, because she felt like, it wasn't fair that they told Cece that they were pregnant but didn't tell her. And so it started getting ugly between the two of them. They start going back and forth, and then Bambi's mom ends up pulling out a voodoo doll of Momma Dee, and I think she made this to get back at her for making the obituary of her. And so it started to get ugly even more between the two of them. And so to simmer things down, Bambi and Scrappie ended up pulling Momma Dee into a separate room where they let her know that they apologized for her having to find out that they were expecting on social media rather than them calling her, but that they felt some type of way about her making the obituary of Bambi's mom because Bambi's mom actually did have cancer. And Momma Dee did admit that she was wrong for doing that, which I think was good that she recognizes that she was wrong. And she told them that she's going to try to work things out with Bambi's mom at some point, but she feels like Bambi and Scrappie need to stay out of it and let them make up on their own time because right now things are still hot between the two of them and they want to let things cool off before they can talk, which I agree with. I think Bambi and Scrappie should just leave that whole situation alone for now and let them come together when they're ready to do so. So it is the night of Ciara and Shooter's daughter Paris's birthday party, and everyone is there to celebrate. It looks like it's a really good time. Ciara said that she didn't want any drama at her daughter's party, so she did not invite Carly because her assistant was going to be there, and the assistant is the one who jumped in the fight between Ciara and Carly, and so she didn't want any drama, so that's why Carly was not invited. She also didn't invite BK because she has her own drama going on with him. Now, Shooter is there to have a conversation with Ciara. The two of them step to the side to talk, and he basically says that he didn't invite Kiami because Kiami is still mad at him over the events that took place when it came to Cheyenne, okay? So she was mad about that whole situation, and so he decided not to invite her because he didn't want drama there either, which I think is good. Now, as Ciara and Shooter are having a conversation, Shekinah with her big mouth is telling them that they should get back together, that they love each other, and that they're good together. And I think Shekinah is funny, but I think she needs to stay out of people's business. If they're not together and they got a divorce, there's a reason why. And so if they decide to make up, it has to be on their own time. Now, they end up giving their daughter a brand new car for her birthday, which she looked very excited about. I'm glad that she had a good time because all the drama that's been going on in her life, she definitely needed the fun and the stress reliever of the party and everyone who cares about her being there. Now, after they gave their daughter the car, BK ends up pulling up, okay? And Ciara's pissed off seeing him there because he was not invited and she did not want any drama at the party. Now, at first I thought, wow, that's a really nice gesture because he came and bought her daughter some jewelry, so I thought it was sweet. Then he gives her a bag and tells her that he has a gift for her as well, and she's thinking that he's trying to buy her a nice gift in order to win her back, but that could not be anything further from the truth because when she opened up the bag, there was a condom in it, and then she digged in the bag some more and she pulled out some papers and it was printouts of her conversations from her phone because her and BK had exchanged passwords with each other, and so he had access to her phone, and so he didn't like that she was running around calling him a liar and a dog, so he wanted to prove that she was messing around with other dudes at the same time, including Shooter, and so he printed out all her conversations with other men. Now, I cannot believe that he did this at this woman's daughter's birthday party. Like, that was not the time or the place for him to do something like that. And Ciara did admit that she was talking to other men, but she said she was only doing it because she didn't want to look stupid because she knew that BK was out here messing with other women. It ended up getting really ugly and messy between BK and Ciara at her daughter's party. They start going back and forth with each other. Shekinah and Tokyo Vanity start yelling at BK because he should never did that at her daughter's birthday party. And then somebody throws a purse at him and he takes the purse and he flings it back. Now, it was going to escalate into something bigger than what it needed to be, and so everybody decided to go inside and BK ended up leaving. So the episode ended up cutting there. I thought this was a pretty good episode, but I think BK was dead wrong for doing what he did at her daughter's birthday party. That was absolutely wrong of him, and that wasn't right. So if she ever gets back together with him, she's stupid, to be honest with you. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And I want to thank all my subscribers for the support, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video.